Welcome to News You Can Use with Lotus Richey. I'm Hillary Gooden, and I'm the co-host of News You Can Use. And so tonight we're having a little bit of technical, you know how those little technical difficulties can come, but we make use of it. So there's our host with the mostest, and that is Miss Dr. Lotus Richey. So our special guest on tonight is Cheryl Walker, and she's coming through with some good information about how you can make the best of who you are from the inside out with her specialities. And we're going to see what that is when we bring her on. So come on in. Make sure that you like, share, and comment, and also start a watch party. Tag a friend. Hey, there is Angela Elton coming in from DC. She knows how to do it. And so she says hello from DV. And Bernardo Garcia, he says, I'm ready, ready, ready. Thank you for coming on in. And let everybody know where you're coming in from, Bernardo. So this is our special show, our Friday night show with news you can use. And right now we're going to go back and we're going to bring on, let's see, our topic for today. Let me tell you what it exactly is. How to restore a sense of belonging through constellation work. And we're all going to find out what is constellation work on tonight with Miss Cheryl Walker. Miss Cheryl Walker, she's a scientific hand analyst. So if you don't know what that is, by the end of this broadcast, you will know what that is. And so I just want to say again, come on in, like, share, comment, let us know where you're coming in from, and start a watch party and just be ready for a great time. Mary Jo, thank you for coming in from Vermont. Hello, hello. We're just going to go through and then, hey, Kens is coming in from Misabi's Occidental. I don't know where that is. I don't even know what country that is.
I love
Yeah.
it. So, Hill, say let's go ahead and bring her in whenever you're ready.
Okay.
I say note takers are money makers, and don't ever let anything stop you, not even a computer snafu. So I'm gonna go out, and Hill's got it today,
I'm ready.
and I'll be popping in and out because I know we've got Cheryl Walker coming in. So we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Okay, so y'all hang tight. It's gonna be dynamite. Here goes. Let me get that up here.
Hi. Join me for the Global She Rise Conference, where myself and other amazing speakers will be sharing our stories and dropping some transformational nuggets to help you rise, to take charge of your life, your career, your business, and your health. Join me. I'm Hillary Gooden, Vibrant Life coach, author, speaker, lymphologist, and pastor. I empower busy women leaders with strategies to increase energy, clarity of mind, better health, better sleep, boost vitality, and immunity. I believe you absolutely got the power to help your body help you live a more vibrant life. Connect with me on Facebook and LinkedIn at Hillary Gooden. You can also connect with me for a free 20-minute clarity call at bit.ly/speak with Hillary. bit.ly/speak with Hillary. See you there at the Global She Rise Conference.
I can't hear you, Hillary. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. There you
got
are.
it. Okay, so now we're back, folks. And we have with us Cheryl Walker. Cheryl, how are you tonight?
I'm great. Thank you. Thank you. It's great to be here.
Good. Where are you coming in from, Cheryl?
I'm in Boulder, Colorado.
All right. One of those places I want to visit one of these days.
It's
So
beautiful.
good. So you know what? You're going to be telling us about this being a scientific hand analyst. And I have no idea exactly what that is. So I'm looking forward to finding out more about what it is. And our topic today, for those of you just coming in, we have with us Cheryl Walker. And our topic is how to restore a sense of belonging through constellation work. And with everything that we're going through since it's been a year almost now, everybody wants to feel that they belong. So, Cheryl, what is constellation work?
Constellation work is an amazing process that makes unconscious visible. So some of those things, the patterns that might be running our life that we don't realize are kind of in our way, constellation work is a way to get past the limiting beliefs and patterns that we have inherited from our ancestors. So we have in our DNA all that has happened within our ancestry, whether we like it or not. And when we do constellation work, it heals all the generations, past, present, and future, and it stops the pattern from even moving forward. So it's a very, very powerful experience.
Question on tonight, and I'm unmuting myself. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, yeah, now I can.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was saying that sounds really interesting. You know, it just really sounds good. It's something that we all could use because like you said, you never know what it is that could be blocking you or frustrating your efforts in this life, in this part of your life that goes back further than you even being on this planet, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Good. So
And
let's just go ahead.
And we belong in our families, and sometimes we take on those patterns. It might be addiction, it might be an inability to hold on to money, it might be victimhood, and we take on those patterns unconsciously to be loyal to our family because we love our family, and that's how we stay connected. But we want to stay connected through the gifts. We want to stay connected through what maybe they hadn't had an opportunity to realize in their lifetime. So when we do constellation work, the ancestors really show their support. They really do. They really are pleased and send energy, and they have our best interests at heart. Because often we are their future. Well, we are their future, and we can do things that they perhaps never even knew were possible.
Yeah. So for the audience that's listening now, how many people give me a one in the comment if you've ever heard of this type of work before, constellation work. Put a one in the comment. And before we go on to our next question, and I'm just so interested to because we can turn the tide for generations with this type of work being done. It's amazing. So I don't know yeah, put your one in the comment if you've ever heard of constellation work before, because I don't. How long have you been in this type of work?
I've been involved in constellation work for about 10 years, and it actually started back in the 70s, and it was more prevalent in Europe, and it is now coming more into the United States, and it's very international. And the person who started it, his name was Bert Hellinger, and he was in Germany. and Austria. So that's how it got started. But he was informed by 3 different things. And one was he was a priest. He was a spiritual person. And he was a psychotherapist. And he spent time with the Zulu in South Africa. And what he learned from the Zulu was whenever one person had an issue, he called in the shamans, he called in the elders. One person's problem was apart. It throws the system off balance. And so the idea to restore the sense of balance and belonging for everybody, not just that one person.
Okay, wow. Then let's go to our comments. And so we have here Lynn Harry the Burgess. And she says, I have seen miracles shift through the constellation work. Any ones in the comments?
Hey, Scott.
Harry, you know Scott, what is he? He's from Los Angeles.
Yes, yes.
Read this one for us.
Thank you, Scott.
Read that one for us. Cheryl, read this one for us. Read this comment.
Oh, it says Cheryl is an excellent constellation healing worker. Thank you, Scott. Oh, Agnes. Agnes is here from the Philippines. She's in. Hi, Agnes. Hi, Mary Jo.
And Mary. So we see that this is something that these people have heard of. And like myself. Hi, Sachiko. Good to have you here.
Yay.
Wonderful.
Yay.
Catherine Wong. So, so this is Suzanne Chai. Where are you coming in from, Suzanne? Let us know. And Ken's coming in from it's in the Philippines. Got it. Sachiko. Where's she from? Cheryl?
Sachiko is from near Los Angeles. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Suzanne said, Esther, how do you say that?
I think it's
Ing. Okay. And she also said Stephanie Ling. I think she's letting us know, maybe she's tagging people to come into this group.
Oh, that would be nice.
This broadcast. That's really awesome. Thank you, Suzanne. Because we want as many people in here as possible that have heard of it and those that have not heard of it, so that we can really learn something new. And yes, news you can use with Lotus Richey. We say sharing is caring. So we're going to move on to our next question for tonight. Well, let's read some more comments.
Well, Lynn,
so go ahead and read that one.
Lynn says, with Cheryl doing her work, my daughter actually released a big part of her social anxiety issue. And I remember that. It was quite moving. And there were several family members involved. Often the physical family members don't always have to be there, but in that case they were. And it was quite powerful. Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. So thank you so much. You those who put your ones in the comment, letting us know. Thank you so much. And we're gonna. I want to move on to our next question for tonight. And how can one participate, Cheryl?
Well, there are a few ways, and one of the gifts of the pandemic is Zoom. We always used to do constellations in a group and gather in a circle. And when we couldn't do that during the pandemic, we learned how to get a group together on Zoom, and then the work suddenly became international. It's really a gift, and that will continue. And it happens in a group, and I also do one-on-one constellations too. That's been another result of the pandemic. You know, that if it's harder to get people together, we can always do a one-on-one constellation. That's something that I developed specifically as a result of the pandemic. So I'm very excited about that.
That is awesome. You said it became international. What are some of the places that you had never connected with before that you're now connected to?
Australia. Okay. Australia. There's Agnes in the Philippines, and Germany. I had connected before. Belgium. Let's see. Canada, a couple places in Vancouver on the west, and also Ontario in the east. I'm trying to remember. It's
There's
just
one there, Belgium.
and still growing, still growing.
Yeah, that's awesome. I see Belgium in the comments in Canada. She's writing them all out there. So, yeah, that's just amazing how the pandemic has caused us to be more connected.
Yes,
Virtually, we can be connected from around the world, like you said, and that's exciting.
exactly.
This some of us have been connected in ways that if it wasn't for the pandemic, I wouldn't know you. So I'm
Right.
glad to know you and glad to meet you.
Gift. That's a
Yeah.
truth.
And
Yeah.
so I was listening to you talk about the man that started this work and that
Uh-huh.
he worked with Zulus. And I kind of smiled because I was married to a man that was Zulu background.
Really?
And
Wow.
yeah, so I was like, oh wow, sometimes we're connected in more ways than we know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And so what is one of your favorite things with doing this work? What is one of the things that make you want to continue it because you really enjoyed that part of it, this work?
Well, I know how much it's helped me. I know how much it's changed my life and improved my relationship with my family, and
Mm,
dealing with the death of my mother. And the things that happen, the way we interact with our family, those interactions, we repeat them in our life, in our work, and with
mm,
our friends, and in our interactions in organizations. We unconsciously look for the similar kind of relationships. And so it's just helped me in all aspects of my life. And I really love the people that I meet doing constellation work, because they're people that really want to change the status quo, and they don't want their life to go on as is, and they want to do something differently, do it in a way that it's never been done before, and maybe they're the first person in their family to do it differently. So I find that very exciting, and with the group there's that support, and it restores a sense of belonging uh, to yourself, but also to the world around you, not just your family, but it's because those patterns repeat outside of your family. That's why the
yeah,
work is so deep.
yeah. It sounds
So
deeper than I realized, and it's bringing about great transformation.
Yes, yes,
And that's powerful. Anytime you can do that with something that's easy, natural, and drug free, and that's
yes,
it
yes,
also what I call help that is real help.
yeah,
That's what it sounds like to me. So it's amazing.
yeah.
Um,
Really, like
I
you said
Lotus
earlier.
has joined. Let's see. I think Lotus has joined us. Did you have something
Oh,
you want to say?
yeah, I'm here and I'm loving the dialogue. Hi, everybody. We're happy to have you here today. Don't forget, like, share, start a watch party, run and tell somebody that we have more news you could use with Cheryl Walker, our wonderful guest, and of course, the hostess with the mostest, Miss Hillary Gooden, the queen of the lymphatic bounce. And so I just wanted to say, I was sitting backstage and I was listening to your why you do this. And it really sounds like it comes from a great place of love, because I know it's a lot of energy involved. It's a lot of energy. So let me ask you this. How much energy do you think that it takes for you to help people to recognize their strengths and their weaknesses through what you do?
Yeah, good question.
I it I love it. So it takes energy, but it's energy that gives me a lift. It doesn't exhaust me, and it doesn't take anything away from me. I continue to grow and expand when I help people with the issues that are coming up in their life. It helps me just as much, and it establishes deeper connections between all of us. That's what I love about it.
Awesome. I'm happy to hear that, because the connectivity portion of it all, because Hillary was kind of alluding to this before when she said if it had not been for what we've gone through last year with the pandemic, we may never have met virtually.
Mhm.
And so what you do, the practice that you do, it causes a greater connectivity between people. And as you said earlier, you have been it is global. It is a global movement.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's not something that's just happening on the fly. So I would like to encourage all of our audience members to take notes. Take notes. And we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back. And right after the quick break, we got some secret sauce. I know Hillary got some secret sauce for us. I don't know what that is, but I know she got some secret sauce for us. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
You are in the right place at the right time with Hillary, Gooden, and Cheryl Walker. They're coming back with some secret sauce and more news you can use. And make sure you get in with the ladies from Pro Network. Network with the pros.
All right.
I will. Okay, so we got here, sharing is caring, folks. Take notes. Make sure you take notes. And it's just so amazing that there's so many ways to help bring about transformation, to help people do, like the work that I do, the work that you do, even the work that Lotus does. It's in that same vein, but coming from different avenues. It's just amazing that God has made a way that they don't have to be the same, but yet it can bring about that kind of transformation in people's lives so that they can be better from within, and being better connected to family is just a big plus, a really big plus. So let's see which way do we go tonight. The audience that's listening, do you have any questions? Make sure that you have put any
That's a
questions
great
that you
idea.
have in the comments. I'm sure that Cheryl, because this is her expertise, she's ready for whatever questions you may have on this subject. So we're going to go to our next question, and then we'll come back to the comments. So Cheryl, can we do an exercise or see a demonstration? This is the secret sauce. Take notes.
Secret sauce. So, Hillary, I can't do this work on my own. Are you game to partner with me to learn something about yourself?
I'm game. I'm game.
Yeah.
Whew.
It would be my honor.
Yes,
A lot
I'm game.
what happens in constellation work is that we put people in to represent an issue or a family member, and then with the movement between the people, this is when it happens in a group, say in the living room or in a conference room or something, but on Zoom it works just as well. And so there's just you and I can some of the things we do to restore what might be off balance within yourself is to think of something like who you would like to be in the future. And I can tune into you and represent that aspect of you and perhaps give you some feedback. I don't know what's going to show up. The field tells us what is percolating, what's up. But I think the essence of what's happening tonight is to be our true self, to be all of who we can be. And that's really what all the transformation is, really just remembering who we are, kind of going to our essence. So if you could
Yeah.
look at, or for me to represent this part of you, I'll give you some choices and you tell me which resonates the most. Your future self, your true self, or your higher self? Don't think too
Future
much.
self.
Future self. That's what I'm feeling too. Okay. And usually I stand up to do this, but I'm going to try to stay on camera, and I'm just going to be quiet and tune in to you. And I, yes, Hillary's future self.
Okay. Whoa, what is going on?
And I get the information through my body. And what I'm feeling is something in my throat, that your throat wants to open up. And perhaps there's something, you know, that you might be speaking on a wider scale like you are now and reaching a lot of people. But I'm feeling a real expansiveness, just embracing what's in front of you and allowing it to come in, allowing it to come in, allowing. And there's just a graceful ease. It feels really good. It feels really full. And I keep broadening and broadening. And as I speak, that part in my throat kind of relaxes. And the more I speak, the better it feels, because I know I'm connecting. I know I'm connecting. Do you have any questions for me? Or is that?
No. That's it pretty much?
That's fine. But that's just a taste. That's just a taste. And then I'm going to get out of the representation. I'm not Hillary's future self anymore. This is Cheryl coming back. I'm here. It's just, but see, the field works that way. It comes through each of us. And it's amazing that way. It really is. And it's so experiential, it's hard to explain.
Give us, this is what I would like to present to the audience. Give us those three, I think it was 3 or 4. You said future self, higher self, or
true self.
The third one?
True self, I think I said. Yeah.
If Cheryl was doing this for you, which would you want to know about yourself? Your future self, your higher self, or your true self? Put it in the comment. You can say future, higher, or true. We'd like to know. I'd like to know, wouldn't you? That was good though, and it does make sense, because that's the place that looked like even when somebody else was on and did her work, it came up talking about my throat, because I've always been challenged there about my speaking. And there was a point that I had muted myself, not realizing that's what I did, when I was 12 years old. And this came to my awareness. I was in my late 50s. I was like, wait a minute, what? I'm not that 12-year-old girl anymore. I'm a grown woman, and I don't need to think like that. But it took all those years for it to be revealed so that it could be dealt with. And that's part of that, you know?
Yes.
And one thing that you said, it made so much sense that I could relate to it. You were saying something to the effect of, when that happened to me, all it did was present who I already was. It wasn't a new me. It was the real me. The truth. Yes. There you go. The real me.
Real you. That's another one.
The real me.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to speak. So I love that. Thank you so much. So Mary Jo says she would like to know about her true self. What did Angie say? It went by so fast. What did Angie say?
Angie wants to see Hillary's true essence.
Okay. And listen, folks, don't forget to like, share, start a watch party. Harriet says, Scott says, my true self.
Hmm. True seems to be coming up the most. I see.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. My true self.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you say, what's the difference between your true self and your higher self? What's the difference between the three? If you could just kind of bring it to a capsule, what would that be?
Well, your future self hasn't happened yet. It's like what's out there in the future. And
Yeah.
your higher self, I think, might be sort of your soul essence. The
Okay.
bigger, what you're more than, and your true self is just you right here, right now.
Okay, that's more present.
And so I don't really want to define it because it shows up a little differently for everybody too. That's what is so interesting to come in, because there might be some aspect of you that you didn't even realize, or something like what you said, the voice, that you've heard that before. That wasn't a surprise, but yet it took until you were in your 50s, you didn't remember that episode that happened to you when you were 12. And that's exactly what constellation work does. It will, if your issue is, I'd like to use my voice more, I feel stifled, I feel muted, I'm not speaking as much as I would, then that's your issue. And we put in a representative for you. We can put in a representative for your higher self. We can put in a representative for your 12-year-old self. And we don't know. The field shows us. I can't tell ahead of time. We just go one at a time and allow it to unfold. And it's those things.
Go ahead and finish.
Yeah, it's those things that haven't, because it was a traumatic episode, our conscious mind blocks it out. And those are the things we like to forget the most. And those are some of the things that make the patterns happen in our life that we don't realize where it's coming from. And if we can shift it, that those are, that's the really important part. Tira, hi, Tira. She wants to be her future self. Yes.
Future self.
And I
would think sometimes people say future self and would be a little scared. I don't know.
And it takes,
in my mind, I was wondering, because that happened kind of quick. When you went into it, it happened kind of quick. Mm-hmm. What is the I want to say, what is the longest time it took for you to get something, or does it normally happen kind of quick for you?
It depends. It depends on the issue. It depends on the person. Sometimes no movement is the information. Sometimes there can be a lot of movement, and we don't judge or compare. We just accept what comes through, because what comes through is the truth. When our emotional state chart starts to change, we track. So whoever is the working client who's doing a personal constellation, we track how that person is feeling in their body. Does it feel better? Does it feel worse? Do people get scared when you do it?
That's the question.
You bring up a really important issue, Lotus. There's a lot of support. It takes a lot of courage. And yes, people can be scared, but my favorite book title is Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. It kind of gets you, because the fear is what holds us back. And yet I hold the supportive container. If it's just two of us, or if it's the whole group, it's a very,
what are they most
afraid of? What they don't know. We're all, mostly what we're afraid of is what we don't know. And also what might be revealed. We don't want to, sometimes people don't want, there's family secrets. There might be some things that, you know, and there are ways to do constellations blindly and to keep the issues confidential. We always create a confidential container, but really it is the unknown. But I think that's the most exciting, because the unknown is where the answers are in our unconscious. That's where the help arrives. That's where the truth arrives. If someone makes a statement that feels true, then our body relaxes.
Yeah,
That's
it's nothing like when some work like this can put his finger on the thing that's been frustrating you and blocking you. It's nothing like to be able to be free of that thing that you didn't even know was the
yeah.
thing.
And when you call, let's say the block, let's just call it the block. And we work on the block. The field shows us what is blocking where you truly want to be. And
So
we don't know what's going to show up. We
Right.
trust. There's so much trust. We don't know.
So I've got a question, because
Yes,
you
Lotus.
touched on something, whereas people are afraid of what might be revealed.
Yes, yes,
And a lot of times we go through hurts,
yes,
struggles in our lives,
yes.
but also things that are done to us at the hands of our family members.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the way our family is, we don't want to share our dirty laundry.
That's right.
So, have you had on many occasions where you've come across that, and how did you deal with it so that the person can be free of how they were hurt or what transpired in their life?
Well, when we have a constellation circle, everyone present is a participant, whether you're observing or whether you're representing a particular family member. So there is a benefit for everyone participating, and we agree to complete confidentiality. There's most likely no other family member present. It's just the person, the client, and probably what often happens, likely, the person standing in as the representative might have a very similar issue, and it would be resolved for that person as well. So it goes very deep, and so there's the safe container, but it goes beyond the confidentiality. It forms this deep connection, knowing that you're not alone, that there's someone else in the same room that might have a similar issue. And that's often how it happens when whoever gathers for whatever the issue is, that there's something there, and that person is just as invested in keeping the information, in its very sacred container, and it's brought up for the purposes of bringing resolution and deep rest for the entire lineage, not just that person. So if there was harm done by a family member and the constellation work resolves it, it's actually helping the person who, we call it the perpetrator. There's a perpetrator and a victim. And always the perpetrator was a victim first.
Right.
And so it's that cycle, that we want to change. And that's, what comes up. The person who's been hurt then hurts another. And it can happen on so many ways. It can happen on a physical level. It happens on an emotional level. It happens so many ways. And those are those patterns that we adopt because that's in our DNA. And we want to belong out of unconscious love.
Right.
We really do.
Yeah.
And so I always say that hurt people hurt people.
Yes.
And I'm going to put this right here so I can get a little more stability. But anyway, I say that hurt people. And that's what I'm hearing you
Yes.
convey. But
Yes.
just because we're hurt doesn't mean that we have to stay that way.
That's right.
That's right.
So this is one way of how we do it. So I would say if you've been hurt out there and you're ready to not be a prisoner to that hurt and pain,
Yeah.
I would say put a number 5 in the comment block as we take a quick break, and then we're going to come right back, and somebody's going to be in the hot seat. And now I can't tell you who to vote for, but y'all don't have to vote for me. So anyway, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
Go ahead and vote for Hillary or vote for Cheryl, but you don't have to vote.
Who else would have done this? If no be Jehovah Alpha, Alpha and Omega, Ligena, Ọlọ́run tó ga, tó big, tó fẹ́ olùgbéga, ló gbé mi ga, jọ ayé lọ. Ọba ọlọ́lá ti dá mi lọ́lá o, olùtúsílẹ̀ fọ́kàn mi balẹ̀.
Welcome back.
All right.
Hello.
So do we have any 5s in the comments?
I don't know. I'm really not exactly sure. Let's
Why are there only 2 choices?
and find out so they could make a decision, make a choice is what I'm saying. Go ahead and vote for Hillary or Cheryl. Don't tell them I told you how to vote. Well, I can't tell you how to vote. Just vote. Who do you want to see in the hot seat?
Hello, everyone. This is DJ Mike J, and I have a question for you. Are you ready to break the chain? If you're ready to break that chain, listen, I want you to meet me at the She Rise conference. Oh, this is a global conference, and it's going all around the world, guys. You do not want to miss this phenomenal conference coming up on January 30th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is about to go down, and you do not want to miss this. Learn how to break the chains from women who have already been there, who know what the process is. It can help you understand when we talk about She Rise, we're talking about you. So listen, ladies, get yourselves ready because this is going to be a conference that you've never seen before, but it will be one to remember. Join us on January 30th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for She Rise, Breaking the Chain, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.
All right. Fantastic. And we are back. So somebody's going to be in a hot seat, but I'm going to go backstage and I'll figure it out because the votes are in. So I'm leaving it with y'all ladies. Be back.
Okay.
Well, Liz said she put in her 5. Miss Nikki from Chicago put in her 5. Who else we got here?
Uh-oh.
What are you saying? Put
Cheryl
Cheryl in the hot seat. That's Scott.
Since I wasn't on the camera, I don't think Hillary's vote going to.
Yeah.
I put my vote in. Angie said, very interesting discussion. And she also voted for Lotus. That's 2 for Lotus.
All right.
1 for Cheryl. 2 for Cheryl. That's Scott. And we're counting his vote twice. Ira, she put in her 5. Yes. Let's read that. Go ahead and read that one, Cheryl.
Hey, folks, come on in. Did you swipe or share this broadcast yet? Or do you start your own watch party yet?
Yes. She's always on it for that, Miss Nikki.
Yes, she is from Chi-Town. So
Thank you,
know
Nikki.
I'm back. Y'all know I dipped out for the votes.
So I think I saw 2 for Cheryl.
Yeah.
And 2 for Lotus. So there's a tie. Who could be the tiebreaker? I think.
Let's let
Sure, I think
let's let Mary Jo be the. Oh wait, she voted for Cheryl.
Uh-oh.
Oh gosh, let's let someone else be the
did
tiebreaker.
Did everybody vote?
I think we had quite a few.
Did everybody vote?
I think we had. So I tell you what, since there's a tie, let's go ahead and maybe Cheryl and I both could answer the question. So Cheryl, you're our guest. So I'm gonna let you go first because the question is, what are your words of wisdom?
What are my words of wisdom?
Yes.
Well, I think we have a unique opportunity as we move forward to rebuild the example of doing constellations on Zoom or us meeting each other like this that didn't happen before the pandemic. I think it's really taking a long look at what are the aspects that are worth preserving and what are some things we need to let go of. And I think the most important thing is for us to take a good look at ourselves and what is it that we're here to do? Why are we here at this particular time? And I just got more clear on that, spending time alone and introspectively during the pandemic. And I encourage others to do that and also to reach out. And I'm here for you. I love doing constellations. I love representing, and I'm offering a free 30-minute one-on-one personal constellation for the first 5 people that request it. And it's one of my favorite things to do. And I see amazing changes taking place for the good. And I have a group called Condor Constellations on Facebook. And you can email me at condorconstellations@gmail.com. And you can friend me on Facebook. You can email me. You can join the group on Facebook. And so it happens both ways. There are group constellations, then there are one-on-one constellations. And sometimes if there's an issue that you're a little bit, like Lotus said, you don't want to air your dirty laundry. That's really what the one-on-one constellations are good for. And the group constellations form deep connections. So there's really no comparison. It's a personal choice. So join me on Condor Constellations on Facebook and condorconstellationsgmail.com. And I'd love to see you in a 30-minute one-on-one personal constellation. That's what I have for you. Can't hear you, Lotus.
I turned off my mic, y'all. But anyway, y'all know how I do it. We always got some secret sauce for you, and we got some secret sauce coming up real soon because she's gonna come back with an upcoming event that she's gonna be doing. Don't ask me what it is, because I'm not gonna tell you. You just gonna have to come back for the next broadcast. Okay? But make sure, please, you check her out at constellations at gmail.com. And don't miss out on your one-on-one because it really will help you out. And make sure you join her on Facebook. And so we have Hillary that we was about to put in the hot seat, but Hillary did what I do. So Hillary gonna give us some secret sauce and give us her words of wisdom for this evening. And let me just say, ladies, I have really enjoyed the broadcast tonight, even with the computer concerns and all that. And this is how you know it's a powerful broadcast, that the information is well needed, because oftentimes, the internet or the computer or something will go out, but we didn't let anything stop us this evening. And so I'm happy that y'all voted for Cheryl. Y'all voted for Hillary, and I'm even grateful for the votes for me. So, with that being said, I want to get some secret sauce for our co-hostess, the mostest, Miss Hillary Gooden. What are your words of wisdom?
Oh, first of all, excuse me while I take a break. Simple, hydrate. Excuse me.
All right. She gonna make sure
This is one of those things that also connected us with Naturally Plus is Zumio, hydrogenated water there is. Oh, I needed that. I needed that little sip.
See, you
You want to
always
know more? You can contact either of us.
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right.
So
So
my
hold it
words of
on, y'all.
wisdom for
I can't see.
tonight.
Go ahead, Hill.
My, my words of wisdom for tonight are, um, when you come across some work like this that can help you to break barriers, break blocks that maybe you don't even know is there. You take that, you venture on a path such as this in order to find out if there's something from your past that's blocking your future and your present self. Because that's what I found out, not from this work, but from something else through prayer, But either way, it's something that you should not be afraid to venture into to find out, so that you can be your true self, so that you can show up in your future as your full, true, higher self. And so, I was really glad to hear this because it really lines up with what happened to me that's allowing me to be my true self. And she picked that up so easily, and I was just grateful for that. So I want to say thank you to Cheryl on tonight. And so, yeah, don't be afraid to find out, especially if it's something that's going to help you to be closer to others, closer to yourself, and then that allows you to be closer to others in more meaningful ways. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what I want to say after tonight's broadcast. It was really powerful, and Cheryl, I thank you for your gifts.
And so you're still in the hot seat. How can they reach out to
Oh,
you for a free clarity session?
so if you're interested in a free clarity, 20-minute free clarity call with me, you can go to bit.ly speak with Hillary. It is case sensitive. So the capital S for speak and the capital H for my name, bit.ly speak with Hillary. I'd love to help you to be able to move forward as well and find out about your lymphatic system and how you can have a more vibrant life.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Fantastic. Thank you, Hillary. So I'm going to dive right in uh, with my words of wisdom, and I'm going to keep them on the screen. Words of wisdom. Vote for Cheryl. Vote for Hillary. Get your one-on-ones with Hillary, and make sure you get your one-on-ones with Cheryl. And my other words of wisdom are these. No matter what you're faced with, no matter what you're placed in the moment, always remember to stop and breathe and connect with yourself. Don't be afraid to find out who your true self really is in the here and now. And I know it's easier said than done not to be afraid, but your higher self, your soul essence, wants you to know who you are. Because when we really operate in that way, what happens is we're better for the world, we're better for ourselves, and we're better for our future self, which has not happened yet. So, with that being said, I thank you so much for joining us tonight. And this evening, later, if my camera comes back up, I'm going to be doing a tribute to the world's aunt, mother, great grandmother, sister, friend, hero, icon, pioneer, and queen, the remarkable Miss Cicely Tyson. So, if my camera act right, you'll see me in about 15 to 20 minutes. And if it doesn't, I'm doing it tomorrow after the conference. So, ladies, I just want to say I've had a remarkable time tonight, and I appreciate both of you as we move to our future selves and ignite and take flight in the news that you can use for your life. So make sure you join us on tomorrow for the She Rise conference. We're going to have some phenomenal speakers there with news you can use. And oh, by the way, Miss Hillary Gooden is one of the featured speakers, along with myself and the founder, Miss Shirley Murphy, the remarkable Pamela Luheen, Dr. Florence, and many, many more. But make sure you're there to see our awesomely powerful, amazing DJ Mike J. And so with that, there's nothing else to say but thank you. We send you positive energy, love, and light, and have a great night. We'll see you. All right. Ladies, you guys are just phenomenal. So thank you so much. I'm trying to play this for you all, but it may not let me. So, with that being said, have a good night, keep it tight, and always do what's right. Because if you do what's right, you can't go wrong. All right, we'll talk to you when
Right.
we. Yeah. What you say, Hillary?
No, I
Hillary,
was just agreeing with you.
Yep.
Hillary was like, "Look, y'all do what's right." So we'll see y'all next time. We love you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, join me for the Global She Rise Conference, where myself and other amazing speakers will be sharing our stories and dropping some transformational nuggets to help you rise, to take charge of your life, your career, your business, and your health. Join me. I'm Hillary Gooden, Vital Life Coach, author, speaker, lymphologist, and pastor. I empower busy women leaders with strategies to increase energy, clarity of mind, better health, better sleep, boost vitality, and immunity. I believe you absolutely got the power to help your body help you live a more vibrant life. Connect with me on Facebook and LinkedIn at Hillary Gooden. You can also connect with me for a free 20-minute clarity call at bit.ly/speak with Hillary. bit.ly/speak with Hillary. See you there at the Global She Rise Conference.
Make sure you get your ticket to the She Rise Conference on tomorrow, January 30th. See you there.